From the day that I met you, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to fall in love again. There was something about your style that made it all worthwhile. How do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'll write a 4-page letter. Me and you, falls in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Hey, can't you see? We were made for each other. It's plain to see, it's destiny. We're made to be. You are my homie, always there for me. But how do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I write a 4-page letter. Me and you, falls in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Ooh. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? Oh, there's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm right, a 4-page letter. Me and you, baby, falls in love like it was the 90s again. The 90s again. You and me. You and me, you and me, you and me. Falls in love like it was the 90s again. Oh.
All right. We are here in a building for another dope episode of Let's Get Activated podcast. You got me, your girl, Samantha Leavell, and you got the amazing Stephanie in the building. How are
Hey,
you?
I am great. Thank you for having me, Beauty. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, Queen. We were just tapping into your hit 90s again. That's a whole vibe.
Thank you. Thank you. I've
Um,
intended it to be a nice little classic vibe.
it definitely is. What inspired you to, write it?
A mixture, I guess, of two things. I decided to go serious with music 2 years ago, which is when I wrote that. And my boyfriend was like, "You can sing well. Why don't you take it serious? Write a song of your own." So it's pretty much about him. And also, thanks to my dad, he's the reason why I'm even into music. Like, he was into turntables and anything classic. He's the reason why I know so much classic things. And I was like, let me add some throwbacks in there to make it like a 90s, but like a today's type of little love song. And 90s again was born.
You did that. You did that. I remember when I first heard it a couple months ago when we had Miss Nazim, on here, Miss Strong Jewel as a
Yes,
guest.
baby
You know
girl
what
Maxine.
she played it. I was like, ah! It just really took me back. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I'm being born in the early '80s, but then kind of growing up into teenagehood in the '90s. It was so nostalgic. I mean, wow, I love it.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to her for that, man. I'm so happy that she let your ears blessed with it.
Yeah, and everybody's loving it. Like I remember we were in Clubhouse a couple of weeks ago, and they were playing that in the room, and then I was like, "Okay, Dante, you need to add it to the playlist." He's like, "It's already there."
Oh, that's right, that's right. Yep, it's maneuvering its way over there too. I'm trying to keep spreading it around.
Right? Are you thinking of making like a visual of that? Because that would be dope.
I'm really thinking of it. I actually had in mind of a lyrical video. I heard that those are like doing pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Just until I, shoot a music video. I was thinking in the meantime get a nice lyrical video out or something.
Yeah, I think that would be nice because people, I think, they know their '90s. They can definitely, everything that you touched on there. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, it'll be like right in their face because in the back of, I don't know if some ears catch it. In the back of me saying me and you, I'm saying bandana low song, bumping to a slow song. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, and then the first one I say gold Dayton's on right. So it's like I really bring it back. Like, who doesn't remember three wheel motion and Dayton's on low riders and the bandana and Lokes look? Like, I really like tried to put my foot in this. So I think a lyrical video will really point out like some of the hidden gems.
I think so. I think so. That's definitely a hit. That's radio ready.
Thank you.
Seriously,
Thanks so
Se-
much. That's
seriously.
my baby. That song is my baby.
Yeah, that's definitely the baby. And I mean, with that being said, have you been writing some more songs since then?
I actually like yes and no. Sometimes I get my writer's block. Sometimes I go for it, but there is a beat I've been sitting on for like 2 years. So I want to write something to it, but it got to come out a masterpiece. So I take my time with
Gotcha. Yes, we're ready. I'm ready for the Stephanie album. You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes, ma'am. I want to do that. I'm trying to round up all of my fans' favorites, maybe put them all on a collection and stuff.
Got you. So was it your growing up, was it your father just because him doing the turntables and things like that? Was he the one that just inspired you to, just pursue,
Yeah,
music?
because of him, he's the reason why I'm not shy to perform and stuff. He took me to so many different like Disney opportunities when since I was 7, and I've been in a lot of different competitions. At sang at malls, sang at DoubleTree hotels. Like I've like pretty much been to a lot of that type of stuff. So thanks to him, like he really saw it in me because I was just such a big fan of Mariah dancing around in my little diapers to her song Fantasy, trying to sing
Hmm.
her music. And he must have seen it in me, like, okay, she kind of took on my musical gift. So he really pursued and pushed any opportunity he heard about, he signed me up for it. So it's all thanks to him pretty much.
That's amazing. So it's on that season type of vibe. You know, you've got that experience for sure. Is
Yeah, I'm
that
still learning.
is the Mariah Carey is the because I think you know that song Butterfly. I knew she was one of your inspirations. I'm thinking of Butterfly. And you always have the butterfly symbol. Does that have something to do with that, or is that totally
Yeah.
different?
I feel like it's a bonus that it has something to do with her, but my
Hmm.
number one real honest reason why I put butterflies everywhere is because my mother has a tattoo of a monarch on her calf. And also
Oh,
the butterfly symbols faith, it symbols life, it symbols just peace. And I feel I'm a peaceful type of girl, and I've always want to have fun and keep no negativity around me. I'm all about kindness to everyone, so that's my real reason why I float the butterflies everywhere.
right. Oh, I love it. I would love it. I was like, oh, I have to ask her about that because we all have, you know, our little things we do. Like me, I always do like the three. You'll have the black fist and the black heart and the 100 symbol. So we all have
Yes.
have our little symbols. I like the butterfly symbol.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I like that. And now yesterday, I mean, you had an audition for American Idol. This is big.
Yeah.
This is
Yes, yes, I did. This is my second time, I'm coming back for redemption. It's my second time giving it a shot, except this time it was virtual. So it kind of almost was like the real field. You know how they sit in the waiting room with little numbers on their shirt and whatever.
right.
I was in like a giant Zoom room with the producer and like 60, 70 other people waiting to go. So I was like, oh, this is real. And
Wow.
once it got to me, I'm like, whew, well, okay, let's really give it our all this time. And yeah, I'm really praying for the best. If I do get that golden ticket, I'll be out to Hollywood and you guys will start seeing me on TV.
That's
If it's in
absolutely
the most highest future for me, then
that's exciting. Because I never got to, like, when we were kind of talking off camera, got to speak to someone directly about their experience with it. I've seen
yeah,
it. I've seen third parties and things like that, but to have someone who's actually
right here.
gone through it.
Yeah, woo. It was nerve-wracking. It's only nerve-wracking because it's when you think of it, it's up to the show standards and what they're looking for. So that's like the only nerve-wracking part. Like I'm confident in me, in myself,
Hmm.
but it's kind of up to them and what they want on their show. So that's what's making it a little nervous. But I gotta wait about 7 days for that email to determine if I make it or not.
Oh my gosh, fingers crossed. And so, like, if make it, is it like the next round? Like, do you go back and do another, I don't know, audition, or you're there already?
I I suppose that after the audition, like the next time that I sing something, like will technically like be there.
Mm-hmm.
So so if they really loved my performance, then fingers crossed, then I'll be there.
Gotcha. What song did you do for it?
Oh my goodness. I want you to take a guess of which artist you think I tried to sing.
Oh my goodness. Well, I would have said Mariah, but I
Yes,
wanted you. Was I
you
right?
got it. Yes, you got it. Yeah. um, I decided to sing her extremely positive song that helps me stay grounded. It's called "Can't Take That Away." So I had decided
Oh,
to choose that little emotional song because I came into the audition with the mindset of regardless whether they pick me or not, can't nobody take away my gift. I'm gonna still keep singing after this. They must thought I was gonna quit or something.
nope.
So I chose to pick that little positive song.
That's perfect. I like that.
Thank
It,
you,
it,
thank you.
it's the push. How does it feel being, like an independent artist, kind of, doing it all on your own?
um, I'm blessed to have the help of Loyalties Before Royalties. I have a really dope, awesome friend slash manager. So he does help push.
Uh,
At the same time, I'm still, making sure I'm a busy artist. So it does get overwhelming. I have my bad days, wishing I could just make it, a dream come true. Then I have my good days. So I would say it's overall fun though, because I'd rather mold myself up, like build myself up, than just be thrown into stardom. Like I wouldn't appreciate it as much. So And I feel like I'm a work of art. So I feel good every single day working on myself piece by piece. So it's fun, but it has its stressful days.
I can imagine. And, sometimes like being a woman in the industry, sometimes, that's even a whole nother ball
Yes.
game.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Whew, you already know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Mm.
I know, but we push, and then we gather the teams of, great supporters and things like that. Like Strong Jewel, she's definitely been, I mean, look,
Uh,
she's the
she,
reason why
she's
we
the
met.
she is the definition of that name. Is she is the most selfless woman I know. Like I haven't seen somebody put everybody else first before them, like the way she does, and she loves it. She does it, for the good. So that's why I call her my bestie.
How did you two link up, like you and her?
Um, I, was it this year or last year? When we got into Loyalties Before Royalties was
Mm-hmm.
actually when I got to become more of her friend. Like I seen her show and stuff
Mm-hmm.
around about 2 years ago. But it's weird we was never tight or nothing. But now it's like we can't stay quiet and get off the phone with each other. Yeah.
That's a good thing to have, to have that, you know what I mean? Just supporting each other. And yeah, she's definitely supportive. She was like,
Genuine support, genuine love.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And she's been batting for you. She messaged me. She's like, oh, well, you already got her on your show. I would have to ask. She said, yep, you already did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. She's like, it worked out perfect. Great.
Right? She saw the
Yes.
flyer. She was like, ah, she's like, well, it's good to
Exactly. Yeah,
go.
it's all thanks to her. I would have never known about you if it wasn't for not. So, yay.
Yeah, that was a great night. And, you were tapping in support of her that night too. She was on here, I'm seeing you, you were in the comments, you and a lot of her, her team and everything, you're in the comments.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me, about you, like right before we got on, like, okay, what songs you like to play? I'm like, cool. And then I heard that. I was like, oh, okay. All right. I love that. That's my man.
Thank
And
you. I've been told that I have the perfect cookout song or skating rink song. It's just a vibe everywhere, I suppose.
it is a vibe. Even my 18-year-old, she is a big fan of 90s music. So I was playing it for her and she loves it as well. It's just something about that 90s nostalgia.
Yeah, the classics. And thank you so much to you and your daughter. I really attacked it. Surprisingly, it's my first song I ever wrote, ever took serious. And so it's like my boyfriend would tell me all the time, like, it's crazy how your very first song is a hit. Like, and it's crazy. Like, and so I used to not see it as a hit, but it grew on to me. But just learn to self appreciate. And I'm just like, I do have something really special on my hands. I should take music serious. And that's when I was pushing. I met all the people in those little music groups. Eventually met you, and
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, we've been tapping in, spreading it around the clubhouse and everything too. You start to get some love on here. My co-host, it's only right, or AKA Brooklyn Bread. He wants to give you a salute. So,
Thank you, Brooklyn.
in the building. And then Miss Karen too. She, wanted to give you some
Hey,
love as well.
hey, hey.
They'll definitely hop on these comments. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
beautiful
I see
thing.
them slowly tapping in. I'm like, okay, they're popping up the little comments.
Yes, yes. How do you feel about having that support system? Because not everybody has, a solid system like that.
It does. It feels really welcoming and warming because I was raised. I was unfortunately bullied. I kind of went to a all white school, so it made it hard
Mm-hmm.
to have friends or anyone that cared about me. So like now in the world on my own, out of parents' homes and stuff, like for a long time I didn't like really have support. I've only started having support about 2 years ago. So just to see and feel that, like
Mm-hmm.
it really, really helps me like continue to go forward and keep a positive, happy mindset. So it's everything. Without their support, I don't think I could be who I am.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, overcoming that. Bullying is, unfortunately a very big issue amongst, kids, and unfortunately race and things like that, we've all dealt with our fair share of that as well.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, feeling like no one cares of you or likes you. It's like you already plot in your head, okay, I guess I'm gonna go through this whole world with no love and support. But no, that's not true. Love and support is out there, you know.
It is, especially like you
Yeah.
have that positive energy, that positive aura. So it's going to have people gravitate to you anyway, positive people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something like that. If I'm not cracking jokes or trying to make someone smile, then yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong.
it's another thanks to my dad. He's why I'm a jokester.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
How's the music scene like in Nebraska, like in the Midwest?
Mm, I would say it's not like on the map like places like
Mm-hmm.
LA or something, but it's slowly making a name for itself. There's actually someone here who was signed by Tech Nine, so I mean
Oh,
that's major
nice.
for Omaha.
Yep,
So
he's around here. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, the music
Mm-hmm.
scene here is it's kind of like in the middle, you know. It's not giant, but Omaha has definitely been making a name for itself musically.
Gotcha, gotcha. Was there a lot of like I mean, I know you say you did a lot of shows and things like that. Was it a lot of that growing up, like different shows and everything? It's always interesting to learn if a place that I didn't grow up in, how it was like.
Yeah. Here they have a lot of like a lot of events. We have like a building here, like the Century Link Center and stuff. Like there's been some concerts there. I went to one 2 years back, and they hold a lot of bar karaoke's, like little mini competitions. You can win money and stuff. So I would say that Omaha is pretty good actually for the music scene. There's so many bars that have multiple karaoke nights and audition nights and stuff. So I'm happy of the support that they got musically.
Mhm. That's a
Mhm.
good. That's a good thing to have. To have
Yeah,
that
I
support
gotta
as
start
well.
making it to a lot more of them now. I mean, I'm just scared of this COVID
Hmm.
stuff. So
Yeah, we're still going through that. It's like I feel like we're slowly opening. We are getting to do events, but it's still
yeah,
just not quite,
it's
like it
just more.
was.
It's more scary when you've had it before. I've caught it. Me and my boyfriend did. So now it's like I'm a
Hmm.
million times more weary. So
Got you. I'm sure like experiencing that is not fun. I know some people personally who have, had it too.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, it's not fun. No, no.
It's not. It's like when we're still in it. Who knows how long? We're just still kind of making it through the best we can.
Yeah, but being as safe as I can, I do see myself trying to get out there and sing, and I'm definitely want to look into traveling like different states to sing again.
Mm, definitely,
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
The child is not safe. Oh, hey, Miss Strong Jewel in the building. She is tapped in, tapped in. Yeah, and she always got to get the love. Shout out to her. Um, so
Shout out.
much. Yeah, right. For everything that she's doing. And for you, is there any dream collaborations that you have, like with other artists or producers?
I have a dream collaboration with producer wise. My
Mm-hmm.
dream since a child has always been Timbaland, surprisingly.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just think it would be really dope if he heard my song because 2 years ago when I released it, I number one disclaimer, when I recorded 90s again, I was so shy. I asked the producer shut all the lights off in the studio. I was terrified. I
Oh
didn't want
my
to see those
gosh.
nothing. So number one, if I'm scared, I'm not having time to think, okay, let me sing this song like so and so. So it's really crazy that when I release this song, I'd be rich if I had $1 by everyone who says you sound like Aaliyah, 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 Aaliyah. So I'm like thinking like,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be pretty cool if Timbaland heard this because he, had a really special bond with the beautiful, untouchable Aaliyah. So that is like
Yes.
has been since a child, Timbaland the producer. And as far as collaborations, I would love to collaborate with Donnell Jones.
Oh gosh.
I
Mm.
think that would be a beautiful classic sound.
Mm.
Yes, that's my dream, Donnell Jones. Ooh.
And bringing it back to the 90s. What's up, all of that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it would be like a dream come true, like me and getting to do something with someone who's been doing it and I've looked up to when I was young. So it would just like complete my life.
Yeah, I think, hey, everybody's watching. You just never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? It could, always
Yeah.
say it can happen. I always say, speak it into existence. Ah! We love you too, Nazim.
Right, I'm like looking at her comments more than anything because my bestie
Right.
is in the building.
Right. I knew she was
Right,
coming
yes.
through.
It'd be so dope one day if all three of us was on the interview. No.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Hey, we can do that too. I'm all about, ladies supporting each other and things like that. Nazim and I both said this as well. We're not in any competition, with each
Yes,
other. If
ma'am.
anything, we're kind of doing the same thing and just trying to bring everybody together. So
Yes, exactly. Never ever a competition. That's not how queens and kings win. So
no, not at all. Not at all. It doesn't
yeah,
have to be that way. We're in 2021, and I think
yeah,
this past couple of years have just been insane. So I would think,
yeah.
by now it's just that time to just learn to come together.
Exactly. And I would say thanks to 2020, the quarantine and stuff, thanks to
Mm-hmm.
that, it did born a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of own businesses. So now 2021, they're popping out and you're seeing a lot. So it's all about support. We're in our own lanes and just support every entrepreneur. We're uniquely different in our way. So yeah, there's no need to compete at all.
Not at all. Shows like these became, popular because of everybody being in the house. So it definitely, not wishing a pandemic on anyone, but it had, its positive side to it as well. I think a lot of us tapped
It is,
into
yeah.
to a lot of things that we didn't think we could do.
Oh yeah, yep. It just inspired a lot of people to start being creative. It opened up everyone's creative mind, I feel.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we're meeting the creatives on the Clubhouse. Like I remember you were kind of saying you were in a room with just named Tommy, kind of big in the industry, and I think you guys kind of had a deep discussion or something. I wasn't in that room, but I remember you kind of brought it up in the other
Ooh,
room.
yeah. Yes, ma'am, we did. I was submitting my song over on the Clubhouse, which by the way, I'm Stephaniee R&B over there too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a room and I guess it was a picky room, like they was really listening to everything. And they kind of started tearing me down a little bit and telling me what you could have done on my song 90s Again. And Tommy Jackson was in the room and he kind of spoke for me and like defended me. And they got a little bit kind of like little, rude with him. And he's like, oh, I apologize. I didn't know this was a critique room, otherwise I
Right.
could just politely exit. And so he exited. And 2 days later, I didn't even know he remembered it, but I jumped in his room
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in my head that day, one of those artist days. I'm in my head just so down. And I was already previously crying, but I jumped on Clubhouse and out of nowhere, he paused his whole session for me for about 35 minutes and made it about me. And he was like, I like to love on people and people I love, I don't like to see them be tore down. And Miss Stephaniee R&B was, and I was like, oh my God. And so
Wow.
he began to talk after my song played, and he was like, you have a lovely voice, you have a beautiful song, like don't be torn down by nobody. And I unmuted my mic to say my thank yous, and my silly self let my cry peek out right in the middle of saying, I just get in my head, and I cracked right there. I hurried up and muted my mic. Then the whole room was pouring on me like, oh, Stephaniee, and I was like, oh no, like I let them hear me cry, darn it. But it was really nice that he did that. It was very caring to stand up for me and to just keep my head in that forward, because I want to quit so many times sometimes. But hearing positivity, does keep me grounded to keep going. And that was so heartfelt and humble of him to do. And I'll always have love and respect for Tommy Jackson for that. That was such an emotional and embarrassing day.
No, it's I think it's a wonderful thing that he did. It just proves his humility. Yep. Oh, yep. Amazing voice. You know, those critique
Oh, thank you.
rooms.
Thanks so much.
I've been in those critique rooms before, and I just, oh, what's up? Big Sleep is in the building too. He's another big supporter of independent
Hey, oh my
artists.
goodness. Hey, Big Sleep.
Everybody coming in the building. You definitely tap in
Woo.
people to Big Sleep, because that's, that's our
Yes.
dude too. That's family as well.
He came in and said, I want to rock right now.
Oh yeah, look, he is literally tagging people in on these comments. Like, that's dope. That's so dope. See the support right there. This is living proof of support.
And it feels so,
Man.
it just feels so beautiful to have the community, like, because again, 2 years ago, one of my sis named Quay, she actually is the reason why I even heard of a group called SoundCloud, and I was like, what's this? And then I led to another and another, and next thing you know, I just developed this bond with all of the amazing people, Nasim, Chris Nonsense, just everybody, Eddie Cuts, like, it's a beautiful bond. Like, we really have a solid thing going on in this community. It's crazy, and it feels like a blessing to be part of it. It's like a giant family.
I love it. Everyone's connecting the dots, like everybody's linked up with this one and then they're coming together. And I mean, it's
Yeah,
wow.
a little tribe going. I love it.
Yep. It's a phenomenon. I mean, for you to even have, I had to get back to Tommy real quick for someone like that, for that humility. And so now, and these other people were seeing that, it's like, oh, okay, we need to
Yeah,
just hush our mouth. See, I don't really like the critique rooms too much because a lot of it just seems like they want to like put people down. You know what I'm saying? It's doesn't always
yeah.
have a positive connotation to it. So I
So many.
personally,
Yeah.
I don't like the critique rooms. I'll be honest.
I don't know. I jump out of them. I just, the butterfly in me. I can't. I don't like to hear negativity. I exit quick, fast, in a hurry. I don't like to do that. I like to encourage and uplift. And there's a thing of positive, what they call positive criticism. You don't have to straight
Hmm.
tell someone, don't ever sing again. It's not for you.
Right.
That's rude. That's just
Right.
hard. It's heartbreaking. So I'm like you, girl. I do not like critiquing rooms. Mm-mm.
No, no, no. I just believe in, like you said, there's positive criticism, or constructive criticism, and not just
Yes.
to, bring somebody
Hear
down.
someone. Yeah, it's not right. I can't do it. It doesn't sit well with my aura.
Nope, nope, nope. My spirit can't take it. I'm like, nope, Samantha's out.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even jump in those. The moment I hear them, nope.
Or hear them arguing back and forth. No.
Yeah. So that was very beautiful of Tommy to do. His room is always a delight to enter.
It is. It is. I was in a room with him the other day, and he immediately reached out to a gentleman who was like, I think he was singing or something on there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, talk to me. I'd love to get you signed." So you just never know who you can link up with.
That's right. Yeah. And it's so humble of him. Periodically, just yesterday, he likes to send little messages that he knows I'm sometimes busy. But like if he's having like some movie producers in there or stuff like that, he'll make sure like he'll message me like, "Hey, send your song in. You want to jump in today?" Because like, let's say like you don't get signed with your music or something. Somebody in the movie field might hear your song and want your song to be in the ending credits. That's still a win-win. You
Right.
never know.
Right. You never know. You never know who's watching.
Yes. Yeah.
You know.
Well, I
I'm
gotta stay
hyped.
blonde up, girl. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'm just so hyped to like to see you performing live. I don't know, it's just something about the energy of a live performance, Like,
Yes,
have you been
I
in some
gotta.
talks with it, like, involving like some kind of music festivals or things like that?
I have again 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was actually a Father's Day festival, and it was held at the Ralston Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. I was scrambling. Just I was down in KC, Missouri, doing a performance down there, and I won an
Mm-hmm.
R&B Grammy Award. So I had to race back to Omaha, Nebraska. I had 30 minutes to get ready, makeup, clothes, and all that, and I ran down to the arena, and I was performing "I Feel Loved" and "Men Hurt Too" for the
Mm-hmm.
fellas out there, and I got to open up for Chrisette, Michelle, and
Oh my
Sherelle. The beautiful
gosh.
Sherelle. Yeah, and
Wow.
yes, and I don't know if it was timing or not, but I didn't even get to meet the ladies. I didn't know where they was.
Oh
I didn't get to
no.
meet them. Yes, because I'm a huge fan of Sherelle. I
Yes.
didn't mean to turn you on.
Oh
Another
yes.
classic. I wanted to meet her so bad, but yes, those was the two performances I had got to do, and like I was saying, I need and would love to get back out there and perform and travel and really be heard, to keep pushing and stuff. So yeah, that was the last time I really performed.
Oh no, it's time to get you back out there. It's time. Like,
Yeah, it's time to put this fear away and go.
yeah, it's like I'm already hyped. Like everybody I'm seeing or I'm linking with, they got their shows, whether I'm there or not. It's like I'm supporting it because
Yeah.
it's just something
Oh yeah.
about that energy, and just people they're seeing you're doing your thing. Like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, the energy at live concerts is amazing. Hearing them yell and sometimes sing your song back, there's just nothing that can compare to that. And I'm sure all my artists out there can understand it's nothing compared to singing live versus singing by yourself or just playing your song out the radio. Live is
Hmm.
you feel the love, you really feel everything.
You do, yeah, you definitely do. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm here.
Yes, live shows are it, not saying yes. That's
Yes.
where your support. It's like all that love in one crowd.
Right. All that love. Look, speaking of love, oh, big sleep's about to be up in here. Look, oh, got the butterflies for you.
Oh, thank you for all the little butterflies.
I love it. I swear, I love it. I love it. What's your would be your advice to some young ladies who are trying to get into this industry?
My biggest advice, especially to the young ladies, is never do this. Hopefully alone. If need be, it's don't feel bad to make your father or your mother your manager first, depending how young they are getting into it, and read everything. Every contract isn't all glitters and stars. Read everything. And the biggest thing is do not care what anyone has to say that's negative. Keep doing your dream, whether it's music, modeling, whatever. Don't listen to no one. Look in that mirror every day and know who's looking back. And that's pretty much my biggest advice. Just remember why you're doing this and don't listen to nothing negative. Smile at it. Even say thank you or thumbs up them. Who cares what they got to say? Just remember who's looking back in that mirror. Yourself.
Wow. That's some amazing advice because there's people trying to get on every single day, and then some people just don't, they don't have the direction for it, you know?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Or the guidance also.
Definitely got it. It's like, look, you can be mentoring some young ladies too, on top of that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I've been told a few times like you inspire my daughter, and I'm like, oh my goodness, yay.
That's got to be a good feeling.
It is, yeah, and I'm more happy of it because not knocking on no one. I just choose my music. I don't have any cursing in my songs or anything like sex driven. So
Hmm.
it's more a good feeling than when little girls are looking up to me.
Right, right. And it's something they can listen to, you know what I mean? Without, mama and daddy saying, oh, no, you can't listen to that.
Oh yeah, yes. They might be jamming with them at the cookout, playing it together.
Right, right.
Right
We're
there with
ready
them.
for the cookout. We are ready for that. Like I can't see anybody not feeling that song. I'm like, if they don't feel it, they are sadly tone deaf. I'm sorry. I
Thanks so
said
much.
it.
Right, especially if they're like older than me. It's like, how wouldn't you feel it of all people? Because this is a '90s throwback of your era.
Right, right. And it sounds like it has that sound like it could have been played in the, you know what I'm saying, came out in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? It has that
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah, I really truly attacked it again with Mariah Carey being my favorite ever. She inspired me actually when I listened to one of her interviews and she explained at I believe at the tender age of 19 or 20 when she wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You, she
Mm-hmm.
purposely wrote that song to sound like a 60s 70s classic. And look what the Queen did today. Every year that's number 1 on the charts and that's genius. So I kind of had my favorite artist in mind while writing 90s. And I was like, I want to write something that even when I am like 50 or 80 years old, people still want to bump it because it sounds classic and nostalgic. And 90s again was born. It's so weird how I found the beat. The beat off tops took my heart. I was like, this just sounds like, I don't know, a classic. Like it sounds like
Mm-hmm.
a West Coast LA. I don't know. It just sounded old school. So I was
Right.
like, this is the one. I have to make this go down in history as a classic. And I kind of feel I did just that with 90s again.
Yeah, you did. Like I said, it brought me back to the nostalgia. It was such a wonderful like time for music too. you know.
It's my
You know,
favorite time for music. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Time when you can still go, when we still had the record stores, you know, and I was big on that in my teen years, going to the record store. They
Yeah.
knew me by name, write my little reviews on the CDs. And, you know, then
Yes.
remember we had like all the magazines, we had the Word Up magazines and all of that,
All those.
you
Hmm.
know, all of that back then. So yeah, for music, it was such a good time, you know?
Yeah. And I'm just, it's like I just really kind of almost wish that I wasn't a child during that era so I could really remember more, you know? But my
Oh,
little
yeah.
self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit more older, y'all. So I, this my
Not even. Uh-uh.
yeah. I'm turning 40 this year. I don't care. I'll say it, so I remember the 90s clearly.
You are you are young and popping and divine.
Thank you, Queen, and so are
You
you.
you welcome.
Oh, Eric Parker, yep, he was digging it. So, yeah,
Oh, thanks so much, Eric.
man,
Oh yeah,
everybody's
that
tapping in.
yeah. So I really am blown away. It makes you tear up sometimes when I hear the love from it. I'm almost maybe it's the Scorpio in me because
Mm-hmm.
we hate being glorified too much. So
Right.
when
I'm
a
a
lot of
Scorpio
folks are like,
too.
yeah. Oh hey, so you know, yeah.
November
So
5th. Yep.
hey, November 11th,
Wow.
Veterans Day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it almost makes me like want to hide under a rock, like when people like, we love it, Stephanie, yes, and I'm just like, okay, all right, next song, okay, thank you,
Yeah.
but but it does make me tear up to see that it's appreciated and just overall loved, and that it is being heard, and I have people defending me, like if someone does say something negative of the song, boom, people are on that comment defending it, like, and I appreciate that's the family in us, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I really do. I tear up, and anytime I want to quit, sometimes I sit out in my car and play. I don't mean to sound selfish. I'm the least vain person in the
Mm-hmm.
world, but sometimes to get my head back on track, if I can't talk to my dad because he's my rock, I do like to just plug in some headphones or something and listen to 90s again. And I hear the sound sometimes of my own voice, and my heart is
Mm-hmm.
telling me, Stephanie, this is you. Like, you did this. Don't give up. Like, do you hear yourself, Queen? You better not tap out. And that's what I sometimes do just to keep myself grounded and to not give up. I hear my songs and be like, Stephanie, you hear how you did that one and that one? You made these for a reason. You better not walk away. Do you hear
Nope.
I feel loved? Do you hear slipping? Girl, you did that. Like, don't give up.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And so I do that sometimes, to really stay grounded and to keep forward.
Wow. That's a wonderful thing. It's, and for you to, have develop, getting that self-confidence, listening to yourself and being like, I did that. Because, some artists, they don't like hearing themselves. It's just a thing where they're like,
Yeah. I was one of them. The
you
key
know?
to that, hopefully it's advice for you guys in the crowd. How I
Mm-hmm.
got over that was on purpose. I sang in my voice recorder and I
Mm-hmm.
made myself hear it back. You have to make yourself love yourself. You have to embrace and accept this is the sound that the Most High has embedded in my voice, in my vocal cords, and I better learn to love it and show the world what I got. You can't sing like Ariana Grande. We already got her. Don't try to sing like Whitney Houston. We already had that
Right.
because a song vocal coach actually said the cello cannot sound as beautiful as the violin, but it's beautiful within itself. So the cello
Mm.
has its own unique sound. A cello will never sound like a violin, but it's just as beautiful, right?
Right.
So embrace what you got because you're running away from the uniqueness of yourself that the world deserves to hear. Like I said, we already heard so and so over there and over there. We got to hear you, you know?
Right. That's true. That's true. Because I even learned, like, back in the school choir and stuff, they were like, don't try to sing like that artist is singing because you're not going to sound right because it's not your voice and, all of that. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Really start loving your voice by a good old voice recorder. Anything that records you talking, make yourself day in and day out. Hit play and listen to yourself. Get over it. Learn to love your voice. This is you. You're not changing tomorrow. Too bad. It's you. So learn to love it. Learn to critique it. Like I personally feel within these last 2 years, my voice has strengthened a boatload.
Mm-hmm.
So I really learned to practice on me. Like I said, we're all works of art. You love yourself enough, take time and build. And every single day, build at yourself, and you will blossom into anything you want to be.
Wow, that's I'm loving it. See, just dropping gems on them tonight.
Trying to, trying.
How long for you did it take you though? Like, after listening to yourself with a voice recorder and stuff, when was finally that moment was like, yep, that's me, I got this.
Oh, the moment I found out this is me was
Mm-hmm.
this year in January, specifically on January 16th, when I got to sing live to Fat Joe on Instagram. And
Oh,
that's kind of when I had my moment like, girl, if you don't love you, come on now. Fat Joe loved you. Come on, love you. And after
wow.
January, I really started getting out of my head of that vocal thing. And I was doing a lot of practice. YouTube can be your friend. I do vocal learnings over there on YouTube, and they've helped me tremendously. And yeah, January of this year was when that foot stomped down, and I was like, girl, get out your head.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, you made me rock a little bit harder in my chair. For that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
that was my big
dope.
moment. I was like, girl, you better come on. And I did that. I never was down in my voice. I'm proud to say that actually. I haven't been down on my voice ever since. And now it's way in the month of August. So it
Oh, I'm so
took a
proud
while.
of
It took
you.
2 years of me though, learning to love it, because I made 90s again in 2019. And I just now, got out of that this year. So it took me a minute.
Well, now you're there. I'm just so proud of you. I love that because, I'm talking before with artists, they're at the point of, oh, we want to give up. And then I'm like, no, you can't.
Yes, you cannot love your instrument. Just learn to practice it. There is nothing wrong with getting vocal lessons. There is nothing wrong with it. Some people feel weak or I don't need it.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. Even the best professional singers to this day out there has vocal. Beyonce has a vocal coach,
Oh,
and we
yes.
all know she a queen with the vocals.
Oh,
So
yes.
even the best of all best can still need help, or just keep them at their best. It's not a bad thing, to reach out for that help. If it strengthens you and your craft, I'd say do it.
Yeah. It's like a muscle, if you're working out, it's the same, if someone's working out, it's the same thing. They got to keep, working out to keep, to keep up with it. So it's the same thing as the
That's,
voice.
that's right. And another small advice to any singers out there: if you feel
Hmm.
you get winded a lot when you sing a song laying on your back, a whole full song beginning to end. Lay on your back and sing, and you'll kind of watch you'll feel your air quality kind of change up. So that's another gem.
Wow. The singers, I hope y'all listening, take some notes.
Yeah, yeah, because I had a wind issue too until a wise woman told me that one, and I've been singing a full song on my back, and I've noticed the air difference, and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm gonna teach all my other friends that too.
Wow. And that would be like for on and off stage too, right? Like for whether you're in the studio or if you're
Oh
performing
yeah,
live, right?
yeah. Or if you're a performer a lot, I like to jog in place. I jog in place while singing my song. That's another one. Some people like to take it to the treadmill or just run around the
Hmm.
block, but jog in place, light jog. Get yourself used to performing and singing. So that's another little thing. You don't gotta pay no one all this money to
Nope.
be a singer. Like I said, I go to YouTube every day and I type in lessons I want to learn. Like, what do I want to learn today? And I click on it, and I mean, it's working for me. And jogging in place here in my bedroom works for me. So, and I'm pretty frugal. So if I can do it cheaply, I'm gonna be right there.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, my team does it too. Like I have a lot of, lyricists on my team, and that's kind of their way of, doing it and making sure they're ready. So it goes along with singing as well.
Oh
You know,
yeah, because it's all a muscle. Train it, strengthen it. Yeah,
strengthen that muscle.
yeah, heck yeah.
Even for the kids out there, for the kids watching, you want to get your sing on, start doing that.
Especially the kiddos, because they hit that good old puberty and their voices change as they grow. So
Yes.
yeah, keep practicing.
Wow. Yeah, you just got to keep pushing, keep pushing and just
Oh
keep
yeah,
grinding.
and never give up.
Keep grinding. So what do we have? Like, what should we expect from you for the rest of this 2021? I mean, I know we only got 4 months left and then going into 2022.
Exactly. I would say, if I haven't touched up, I know we talked before camera, so I don't know if I
Mm-hmm.
said it on camera, but I would believe they should be seeing a lyrical video coming out for 90s Again. And I know
Mm-hmm.
everybody was really waiting for the video to 90s Again, but because I'm such a perfectionist, the Scorpio in me just, it has to be perfect. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it together. My dad has a drone, so I'm thinking about having his drone do it. And our cousin owns a shop here with a lot of classic cars with Dayton's and stuff on it. So I
Hey.
have to have a classic car in the video because in the back of those lyrics I say, gold Dayton's on right, gold Dayton's and three-wheel motion. That was the thing in the 90s and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's and take it forever, and I'm being a little picky, but it just has to be perfect for me. So in
Right.
the meantime, a lyrical video could definitely come out. Hey,
Well, oh, that's
Cameron
exciting.
Johnson.
Yeah, I know you get all this love on here. I love it.
Yeah, I don't even like see how many folks is all on, but I see their comments for sure.
Oh yeah, let's see their comments. They are commenting. Wow. Wait till this gets on the IG. There'll be more comments, I'm sure. Yeah.
More than.
Yeah. Because we are definitely streaming. We are definitely activated, as the show is called.
Yeah, we is getting
Yep.
activated.
Yes. Yeah. Nazim brought up a perfect point. You have to you
Oh,
have to
God.
do it perfect. I know Cameron's going in.
Gotta love them.
Yeah. Yeah, you have just to be, like you said, you have to do it perfect because you're perfection. So, you know.
I tried. I mean, if I attacked 90s Again on purpose to make it go down in history and be classic, it's only right the video matches. So
Yeah.
so I'm just really trying to get that together as best as it can be because oh my goodness, that song's my baby, and they say perfect don't exist, but that's something that has to be perfect.
Yeah. Yep, it has to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, because then you'll be happy with it,
I'll be
you
so
know.
satisfied.
Right? I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait. I'm excited for that, and then, I know, sometimes you say you have writer's block, but I hope you're writing. I hope you got a book and stuff because I'm excited for an album.
Oh
That's
man.
what I'm like, at least the EP. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. There's a small hook kind of completed. It's a beat that Diggy Diamond actually had made for me about 2 years ago again. And
Hmm.
like I just really appreciated him. He really worked with me. I think he redid the song like 6 times for me, but I appreciate that kind of stuff. I love working with people like that because he really knows my sound. He knows I'm a softer singer. Like, and he never got, offended or angry at make this, make that. I love that. I love working with people. And it's a beautiful beat. And again, my pickiness is like, this sounds really classic, so therefore it has to be perfect.
Yeah. It
Oh
has to
yeah.
be. Look, I'm waiting for it though. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to drop so we can start sharing that music and all that too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait to randomly just pop on like a dorky review show and all that stuff and just randomly send it to them and just see their faces like, wait a minute, you got something new? I'm
Right.
excited for that. I can't wait.
I can't wait. It's got to come, and it's just because it's like we're not rushing you, but at the same time, we're rushing you because we just love what you do. So it's a
Yeah.
compliment.
Sorry, my cat.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No,
So,
that's okay. Look, we've had my artist Jackie. We've had her dog make it up into the show. It's
aw,
only right. Son gets up in the show. We call him Suge Knight, all in the videos and stuff. So it's
right.
okay. We've had
Oh,
pop-up appearances. I mean, really everything goes down like on Activated.
right.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Oh, it's coming, not seen. Woo. I know you guys can't wait. Woo.
Yep, see agrees with me. We cannot wait. We're ready. We're ready to just have it going and supporting it. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
What we're saying is you have a big support system behind you. Yeah.
Yes, and I appreciate and love the listen. I love them all from the bottom of my butterfly heart, and it just feels like a strong family. Like I love it. I can't say it enough. I don't even know what words to say other than repeating. I just love the family that I'm a part of.
Well, that's amazing. You definitely got amazing people behind you. For sure. For
Amazing,
sure.
talented, gifted. Yes. Hey, what's up, Christopher?
Hey, Christopher in the building. So for the people who don't know yet or just tapping in, where can people find you? I mean, I have this up here, but
Uh,
everywhere people can find you.
so I made it really easy. So over on my TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Am I missing one? I think Twitch, but I don't get on that. It's all at Stephanie R&B with 2 E's. SoundCloud as well. And 90s Again is my only song so far up on platforms. And yeah, that can be found up there as Stephanie with 2 E's. 90 Again. 90s Again. Ooh.
Yeah. 90s again. Yeah, we're ready. Oh, wow. And they're offering to do a video shoot. Look at that. Wow. See?
Yes, I'm really thinking about having the video like something for 2022. I'm really been considering that because, like you said, a couple months are left, so that's why I'm thinking about just giving them, a lyric video for now until like the weather is right again to have those cars out, my dad's drone and stuff like that. Because we're kind of like getting the shop together. I don't think the shop is quite up,
Right.
so just patiently waiting for that perfection, and then like when I feel that time is right, oh, the video will be shot and dropped.
Yes. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Yes. Woo, it's been a while, 2 years, man. I gotta get a visual out.
Yes, it's been a while. So yeah, you're definitely gonna get that out. And what shout outs do you want to give? Because I know there's many people just in the building and got your back.
My number one shout out is always gonna be to my rock. I don't know who's in here, but it's gonna be to my boyfriend Trayvon Moment. But I gotta shout out my homegirl Nasim, for she's like my sister. She already know. We're probably gonna get on the phone after this and meow to each other all night.
Yeah.
Shout out Joseph Sangster, Christopher, Cam, just any other comments I missed. I apologize, Karen. I saw you in, just Eric. Shout out to everybody, and so much love and appreciation for taking time to hear Stephanie run her mouth. And no, I'm kidding. Just shout out to you all. And big shout out to you for having me on your platform. Thanks so much. And much love to everyone out there. Thank y'all for believing in me.
Oh no, we love you. No, it was, more than a pleasure, definitely excited, to have you, on and, to have a wonderful chat. You get the story out and, more people, tapping into you. That's the whole premise of Activated.
Yes, thank y'all so much for even hearing me and tapping in.
Oh, love you too, Nazim. So, before we go, we have to play that again for those that missed. Because, some people came on, a little later, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But now that we got a lot of people in, we got to have people hear that joint again.
We got to bring them back to the 90s again.
Yes, got to bring them back. Anything else do you want to say about that song before we play that, for everybody?
I like to sometimes like to get people's brains going. I like to have a little trivia with my song and have them drop in the comments when the hook comes. If they can point out the 4 homages I paid that wraps it into why it's called the 90s again. I like to see if people's ears can catch it.
Okay, that sounds good. Because we'll definitely be, it'll be still playing, once it ends and we end the live. But people want to still do the comments. Hey, they're free to do, free to do that.
Right. It's definitely available on all platforms for those loving 90s again. The song I did write took me about 40 minutes to write it in my room 2 years ago, and I've just been pushing it ever since. It's a very sentimental song to me. It's about someone I care about deeply, but plus I threw in some old homages that still wrapped it into a today's song. So it's my beautiful little love song, 90s again.
I love it. Right.
Sorry, I'm sorry, it's the cat.
Look, Nazim took herself on it. I can't comment because I already know. At least she ain't cheating.
Yes.
She's not cheating. It's okay. Look, shout out to the cat that came on as well to the show.
Shout out to Orbit. Give it to Orbit.
Yeah, shout out to Orbit. Orbit in the building too. Everybody's in the building.
Ooh, yeah, he just woke up. So wow.
Right. And he's like, he's here. Yeah, so everybody, without further ado, we're going to end it with 90s again. If you guys have tapped in and enjoy it. But once again, this has been another wonderful episode of Let's Get Activated. Wonderful having, Stephanie in the building and everybody here that tapped in. We definitely appreciate it. We got it here on the FBs. I'm saying FB because it's on several pages. We got it on the YouTube going. We got it on the Twitch going. And for you IG users, this will be downloaded to the IG tonight too as well.
Ooh, everywhere.
Yep, everywhere. Look, Nazim how to give Orbit a little shout out too.
Yeah, we both got 2 black cats, so that's cute.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Gosh. Gotcha. So yeah, on that note, we're going to go ahead and play 90s again for everybody. Let's get this loaded up here for the people. And let's go.
From the day that I met you, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to fall in love again. There was something about your style that made it all worthwhile. How do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'll write a 4-page letter. Me and you was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Hey, can't you see? We were made for each other. It's plain to see, it's destiny. We're made to be. You are my homie, always there for me. But how do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm write a 4-page letter. Me and you was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Ooh. So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm right a 4-page letter. Me and you, baby, was in love like it was the 90s again. The 90s again. You and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, was in love like it was the 90s again. on.